Welcome to The Insider at Heritage Museums and Gardens, where every other week we chat with guests and museum staff about all the exciting things that are happening in season here at the museum. This year, the museum is celebrating its 50th anniversary, so please plan to join us. My name is Judith Getz, and I'm happy to be your host today. In this episode, we're speaking with Melissa Russell, the director of the Hundred Acre School here at Heritage, and this is all about their summer programming. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
I think it's the first time we've spoken with you.
I know, it is, but that's okay.
That is
We've got
okay.
lots of great things happening at the Hundred Acre School.
Now, before we get into the summer programming part, I was wondering if you could explain what the Hundred Acre School is, because I think a lot of people don't really realize that this is 100% associated with Heritage.
Yeah, so the Hundred Acre School is in its 5th year here at Heritage, and we have a year-round school program. Our pre-K program is a traditional school year, and then we have a summer program that typically runs July and August. The summer program does have an extended age range, so we take kids age 4 all the way up through entering grade 2.
So anything, why don't we talk about summer this year?
Yeah.
I've got kids, they're a lot older now, I have to admit. But is there anything in particular that you're hoping the kids will bring to the table when they come to summer program?
Yeah, I think the best part of summer is that it's a time for kids to be really thinking about the outdoors, exploring, meeting new friends, finding new places that they haven't seen before. And here at Heritage, we have a lot of those experiences built right in. So when kids come here, we just want them to be curious and excited and ready to get outside.
Hopefully there'll be a lot of that this year.
Yes.
Now, I want to go ahead and talk a little bit about registration. You do have a website.
Yeah.
So those, what we will be discussing today, which is actually some of the programming, all of that information can be refreshed online. And what's your website again?
So the website is the number 100, then acreschool.org.
Okay, and all that information is right under summer programming, vacation summer programming, I think.
You got it.
Go ahead and tell me what the programming is. When does it start? And what are some of the programs that we're likely to see? I know you've got themes per week every week.
So it's a traditional summer program. We start right after most schools wrap up. So our first week is June 24th. And we run for 7 weeks right in a row. And you can sign up for 1 week, you can sign up for multiple weeks, or you can sign up for all 7. It really is built to be flexible for families. We also started this year with either a 3-day option, which is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or you can come for all 5 days. Each week does have kind of a focused theme, and we tried to pick themes related to different aspects of heritage. So, we have a amazing 5 senses garden opening up. So mid-July, we have a theme about the sensational 5 senses, where we really hope to be exploring that garden as our classroom for the day. We have other weeks that link up with the Hydrangea Festival. So, come join us on Awesome Blossom Week. Of course, Hidden Hollow has an amazing water feature that opened last season. So we have a drip, float, splash with water, where we'll spend time in Hidden Hollow and do additional experiences with water all over the grounds. So we really tried to think about each week kind of featuring different pieces. We do one on inventions, and we really look at our auto collection and think about what people had to invent to think about creating an automobile and what students might want to invent for the future.
So you're actually answering a question that I think a lot of people have, which is the fact that a lot of kids the kids that come here take full advantage of the museum experience.
Yeah, that's the best part. So we have this beautiful indoor classroom experience where that's air conditioned, where kids can cool off, but we combine that with an even amount of experiences outdoors and to any one of the gardens, museums, and other programming that might be happening here at Heritage already. So it's almost like a built-in field trip every day, so we're not confined by 4 walls.
And one of the things that I know a lot of people, both young and old, enjoy here at Heritage, of course, is a carousel. And your school is actually very close to the carousel.
Yep. So you just have to exit one door from the school, and students in our program go on the carousel at least once a day, sometimes twice. And it's just such a nice feature to have. Not only do they get to ride it, but we often are talking about the art on it or looking for different shapes. We've done all sorts of science experiments on the carousel, trying to determine its speed, and we've looked at the different styles that the Mr. Loof had used to carve it. So it's been a really unique piece, not only just fun.
Now, registration, again, is online. Anything in specific that you're looking for, or would you prefer people come and have a tour, or contact you directly, or go online? What exactly is the best process?
Really, the best process is absolutely to go online and register. So all the registration paperwork is 100% online. So you'll just fill that out and hit submit, and that's all you need to do. We won't need any additional paperwork from you. You'll receive an email from us with a confirmation. I also update the website. It feels like almost daily, Judith, with these are the openings we have for each of the 7 weeks of the summer. So if you are wondering if we are full on any particular week, or if there are lots of openings so a group of friends can all come at the same time, you can check that, and it's updated very regularly.
All right, terrific. Let's see, a couple of questions that you have on your website that I thought we could just go ahead and explore. They're very quick. You had kind of touched on one of them. Do you go on additional field trips?
Yeah, no, the best part is that we don't have to. We have just amazing opportunities here at Heritage and at the school that we can create a really wonderful program. And I do say school a lot. It does not feel like school in our summer program. We use classroom spaces that are used throughout the year during our pre-K and kindergarten year, but our classrooms are set up more for project-based learning during the summer. So lots of play, lots of experimentation, lots of messy materials happening indoors. So that's really special, I think.
And one thing you had pointed out to me, of course, we don't even need to touch on the subject right now because it's been a tad bit cold earlier in the summer, but you do have air conditioning as well.
Yeah, and we find that's a huge benefit to the summer. So, midday it can be quite roasty toasty on the Cape during the summer. And so when we've been out and about on the grounds all day, coming in around lunchtime, cooling off with the air conditioning just revives everyone. Getting that nice cool glass of water from the water cooler is lovely. And it's a nice balance. Also, if it's a pouring, raining day, we can quickly scoot from one museum to another and still get outside. And we can use our indoor spaces to their fullest.
Okay. And because it is a summer program, and of course, very different attributes when a child comes for a full school year, but allergies, if a child has allergies, anything that anybody should know about?
So for the most part, we do fairly well with allergies as far as kids that just can't eat something. We make sure that anyone sitting around them during lunch and snack doesn't have that particular item. So let's say they're allergic to eggs. We make sure everyone at the table isn't eating eggs. We do spend a fair amount of time out and about on the grounds where we can't control any allergens that are there. So I always ask that if families have a severe allergy, meaning they can't smell something or they can't touch something, that they should definitely contact me, and we'll talk about whether or not we're a safe program for them. Some kids, if they touch it, they just get a minor rash. Other kids, if they touch it, they have a severe reaction. So usually families know what the best places are for their kiddos.
Terrific.
Yeah.
Anything else that you want people to know about the program besides it's awesome?
Well, and I think some of the awesomeness also comes from our really terrific staff that are here during the summer. So we don't hire high school students or college students for our summer program. These are our regular year-round pre-K teachers that join us for the whole summer. So they really do a fabulous job of incorporating children that might be nervous about coming to a summer program for the first time. They might be visiting the Cape on vacation. They might know no one in the program. Most of the time, our kids do not know each other that come for a week. There might be some children that recognize each other, but it's usually a new batch of kids from week to week, and the teachers just have this great way of making everyone feel welcome, secure, and safe. And they come up with fabulous activities to do.
Well, no, that's a really good point, because I think that sometimes you take it for granted that kids have been in school or have done, or literally, as you mentioned, visiting the Cape, which is something a lot of other school programs don't necessarily always are challenged with.
Yes.
So, terrific point.
Yeah.
All right, again, what's your website?
So the website is the number 100acreschool.org.
And Melissa's information is all on there. I appreciate your time today.
Thanks so much.
Thank you so much for joining us for this episode of The Insider at Heritage Museums and Gardens. We've been talking to Melissa Russell, the director of the 100 Acre School. Today's interview has been brought to you by Arbella Insurance Foundation and Cape Cod 5, our 2019 season sponsors. And of course, you can hear more interviews like this one by finding us on iTunes. And more information about Heritage Museums and Gardens and upcoming programming, that can all be found on our website at heritagemuseums.org. And of course, as Melissa mentioned, more information on the 100 Acre School can be found online at 100acreschool.org. Until next time, thank you so much for listening.